Hello.
Hey, Santa. Oh, it's not you. No, it's not Santa. It's Bad Nate.
Oh yes. Uh,
Yes.
Merry
How goes it,
Christmas.
man?
They're all jingly. It's not. This is a weird look for me, but I kind of feel it. I like it. I mean, I might just keep this on year round. Who knows? So how are we doing on this Wednesday night, Gwen?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I got my little ears and my earrings and my little uh, elf outfit, I guess.
Nice, nice. It's gonna be
And
a
it
really
has a
fun.
jingle bell. So,
So you're not the only one that's.
uh-uh.
So
No.
yeah, no, it's gonna be a really fun show tonight. It's not gonna be a typical Paranormal Unveiled podcast. We'll probably touch on a few things that are paranormal, but for the most part, this whole episode is celebrating the spirit of Christmas, and I guess technically a spirit would be a ghost. So
True.
so tonight we're gonna be celebrating the spirit of Christmas, and we are going to have on genuinely two of probably my favorite people that I've met in my travels.
Yes.
They are so genuine. They're so amazing. Both of them chock full of knowledge when it comes to paranormal as well as their work outside of the paranormal. They go around taking on the persona of Mr. and Mrs. Claus, and they do toys for tots. They do so much amazing things, and I am looking forward to this Christmas special where we're going to have random guests just popping in. You don't know who's going to show up, and it's going to be a great show. So without further ado, let's bring on my special guest tonight, Derick and Candace Fedders, the Paraclauses.
Hello, Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. How are y'all?
Good.
Good.
So, for the
Getting to the
record,
home stretch.
your beard looks a
7
lot
more
better than
sleeps.
mine.
Yours will be pulled off very easily. Mine
Uh,
hurts when they pull on it.
yeah, yeah, and not just that, but it's really like they're going in my nose right now, and I'm like, I'm trying my best here.
It
This is
looks
probably
really good.
the hat and the ears will stay on, but this is probably not going to stay on long because this thing is itchy. I feel like I have fleas on my face.
I hope not. Where did
I
you
mean,
have
I
that
hope
thing?
not too. Oh, that's a little better. Hang on, that's a little better. Okay, I can deal with that. That's a little better.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
so how are you guys doing tonight?
Great. Doing great. Had a few
Awesome.
visits earlier tonight and doing really well.
That is great. Thank you guys so much for coming on for this Christmas extravaganza show is what I'm going to call it, I guess. It's going to be an absolutely great show tonight. We got a lot of guests popping in, as you guys already know. It's going to be really fun. I want to start off the conversation though by asking you guys, outside of the paranormal, right? Who are the Paraclauses as far as when it comes to celebrating the Christmas spirit? What exactly do you guys do? Because I really feel like that's going to be the focal point and the highlight of this show.
Try to give families with life challenges the normalcy and the ability to have pictures and happiness and joy for an hour, 2 hours that most people take advantage of that they get for free every day of the year.
I love that. I love
I do
that.
too.
When we have families that contact us that they have children or adults that can't go to a mall see Santa, or they won't have those pictures of the family pictures. And these are families that can't go to the other celebrations and parties that everybody else has. We will bring the celebration to them. We bring that magic to them, to their homes where they're comfortable, and give them a little bit of, that magic, that joy of Christmas.
I love that. I love that. And let me tell you guys, I would not be dressed like this in any other circumstance. Okay.
No, he wouldn't.
But for you guys, I am more than willing to do it. And by the way, I love that Santa hat you've got. Like that thing is awesome. Is that custom made?
Fit my head, yeah.
That
But the
is
rosette, I can change the rosette out.
oh really?
Yeah.
That is cool. So I also want to kind of touch on like you guys do a lot of charity work, right? So you guys do the Toys for Tots programs. You guys work pretty closely with the Marine Corps, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yes.
So how does that whole process work? Because I mean I myself that hits me close to home because when I lived in Nevada back when I was probably my son's age 7 or 8, we were homeless for 6 months, and so if it wasn't for these kind of programs, we probably wouldn't have had a Christmas that year. And so it does really hit near and dear to me, but I've never understood the exact like inner workings of it. Like how do they figure out who gets these gifts? Do people sign up for it? How does this whole thing work?
Well, either the families sign up, but mostly what is the families will contact different organizations like Pay It Forward or the Salvation Army or the hospitals. There's these funds and these organizations all over across the country. They'll fill out the applications. The organizations will take them and say, how many children do you have? What are their ages? What type of toys do they like? What are your specific needs? And then they'll give it to the Marines. And what happens is they do these fundraisers and Toys for Tot drop boxes everywhere. And they have these big events where these great families come and they'll donate. And we're finding like these families are teaching their children to donate. So the children are coming in and donating toys. And all these toys will come in and people don't see the background of it. We've had the pleasure of being able to see the backside of it. We've gone into the warehouses. We've seen them sort through the donations. We've seen them pick through these. They sort and they put like boys 3 to 5, girls 3 to 5 over here, toddlers over here, teenagers over here. And then we see them take the lists and they sort through and pick out that family's items. And they'll bag them and they'll put them to the sides. And then there's all these trucks that come in and people that come in and they'll pick up all these. And it's just this working chaos that's just incredible to watch. And then these organizations will pick the toys up and then they'll bring them to the families for the parents to be able to wrap the gifts and put them under the tree. But they'll also give the wrapping, the wrapping paper, the bows, the tapes, all that will come with the thing. So the parents have nothing to worry about.
So they do like the whole 9 yards.
They do the whole 9 yards. And to watch it all happen is just awe-inspiring. And
not easy to drink, huh, Nate?
I was about to get a mouthful of furs. What was going to happen?
And when you see it and you become a part of that, you're truly blessed by watching it all happen.
That is awesome. Go ahead.
Your story's nothing new that I've heard. We've been doing this for a while, and when Toys R Us was open and we actually had those one-on-one conversations with people dropping off gifts, it's amazing to me how many people have been affected by this in their youth and that they're so willing to give back even in times of struggle.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, though, is because basically especially if it's affecting a younger child, right? And the way I look at it is they're laying the foundation stones for the plausibility of in the future them helping out someone else who helped them the same way that they were helped when they were younger, if that makes sense.
Yep.
I mean, we've had people who are dropping off, electronics for kids, but then we've had the people who are dropping off a little doll or a little ball because that's what they can afford. And you hear the story of why they're doing that, and it's just when you've got all of these people giving you their story, it's so incredible about how many people that the Toys for Tots and the Salvation Army and the Marines have helped.
So what's it like working side by side with the Marines? Because I kind of feel like that's an interesting concept all on its own. How I don't know, more along the lines, you may not even be able to answer this, but I'm just curious how the Marines got involved in the first place.
The first toy ever given away for Toys for Tots was a Raggedy Ann doll. It was handmade by a major's wife, and they were given to a family in need. And that's how it all started.
Interesting.
The Marines gave the very first toy for Toys for Tots.
So that's a history lesson for me because I never knew that.
Yeah, me either.
It was a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah, it's like I think it was 2 years ago, me and my son were over at the local Market Basket, which for the record, I hate Market Basket. But we happened to be there, and they had the food drive going on for Thanksgiving. And
Yep.
so they were handing out the lists. And so I took a list, went inside, and I got up one of everything on the list. I bring it outside, I hand it to the lady, me and my son are walking back to the car, and he was like, "Dad, you always say that you really don't have money to do things. Why did you do that?" I said, "Because it's very simple. There was a time where I needed that help. I have extra money this week, so I'm going to pay that forward." And I think it was a month ago. We went to Salt Hill Pub over here in Newport, and they have the giving tree.
Yep.
And he actually picked out a little girl who just wanted some lip balm and stuff, and he went and spent some of his own Christmas money to get her the lip balm and makeup that she asked for. And I was like, "Buddy, that's your money. You didn't have to do that." And he was like, "Well, a few years ago, you told me sometimes if you have the extra, you give it to the less fortunate." And for me, you can't get any better than that.
Hey guys, we
Yeah.
have a question, if you don't mind. Do
Yep.
you guys know? It says, "What year did the first Marine gift happen?" Do you know?
60 years ago.
Yeah,
60
years ago.
60.
Awesome.
Wow.
I think they said it was.
Quote me on it, but
I think they said this year was the anniversary of it, and I think it was 60 years ago.
That is crazy that it was that long ago.
If anybody wants to Google that, that'd be great.
I was just about to.
Fact check us.
I think it's the 60th anniversary.
That is amazing.
What you says resonate, because when we're doing toys for tots and people are asking why, every kid deserves a toy.
Yes.
But then you have the thought process of people out there. Am I going to be able to supply my kids with food? Am I going to be able to supply my kids with heat and a place to sleep? Right. So all this rolls in at the same time of year. And there are some very special people in this world that no matter what always give. And it doesn't have to be a huge amount.
Excuse me.
Because if everybody gave $1, guess what? That's a lot that goes around to help everybody else out.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
It is. So
Oh, yeah.
next we got a bunch of little elves popping in here.
sweet.
Uh,
Yeah, bring them on one at a time. Bring them on. But yeah, every time I walk by one of those Salvation Army guys, ringing the bell, I always, at least if it's pocket change, if it's I got a few dollars in my wallet, I'll throw it in there. And they hand me a candy cane, and I'm like, I really don't eat candy, but you know what? I'll give it to my son. He'll eat it.
Hey, they take Venmo now. It's okay.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Do they
Lynn
really?
has dropped in. Lynn has a show on Thursday nights, if you don't know. Southern Fried Paranormal. We got Sean.
Lynn, how are you?
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Sean. And also,
We
Lynn,
got
just like Derek,
Christina,
your beard looks way better than mine
Thank you.
still.
and we got Matt Brown.
Ah, ho, ho,
Oh, we
ho.
got all kinds of
Matt,
people jumping in here. Did
Way
you
to
set
light it
yourself
up,
a
Matt.
Christmas light?
Yeah,
I'm all
thank
lit
you.
up.
Hey,
I'd say so.
That beats my beard with the bells. I love that.
It's
Good
red
job.
too.
By the way, Candace and Derek, there's one thing I'd like to say to you. You hear sometimes what's the true meaning of Christmas. I think I'm looking at it when I
Yes.
see the two of you.
oh, thank
I'm
you.
looking at the true meaning of Christmas, because it's all about helping people who don't have something and giving it to them and taking your precious time. And the older we get, the more time is precious, because we don't have a whole lot left
Yep.
the older you get. And to give up your time and money to people who are less fortunate than ourselves, especially children, that is the true meaning of Christmas. If you want to put Christ in Christmas, what would Jesus Christ tell us to do in this situation? Exactly what you were doing. And I think I speak for everybody. Thank you so much for what you do.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. We can't be who we are without friends and family and supporters like you all. What you all keep us going, and it's the families that keep us going. And just like Santa's a third generation Santa. I'm a second generation Mrs. Claus. Our families have always been about giving back. And I think most families are. I think people are generous. I think people always do want to give. And sometimes people don't know how to do that. And I think that's part of the problem. People do not know how to give back.
Well, and I think they don't know. They don't understand. It's not always financial giving. Sometimes it's just being there with an ear to listen or a hand to help someone up. You know,
Or chocolate chip cookies.
I
Yeah,
love
I have to
cookies.
tell y'all a story if you don't mind.
We do mind. Gwen, we do mind, but go ahead.
Listen, they'll love it. Mr. and Mrs.
This
Claus
is
will
why I'm
love
on
it.
the naughty list.
Yes, exactly. So I was up in Wisconsin and I
I'm
was
on the
staying
nice
with
list.
Christina, and her grandson wanted to help her make me chocolate chip cookies, which was my gift for Christmas. And Christina, tell him the rest because it's too cute. You saw most of it.
Well, I got the mixer down and started getting the ingredients out, and he saw Gwen walk past the kitchen. So he gets down off of his little step stool. He's 5. So he gets down off of his little step stool and he finds Gwen and he takes her by the hand and drags her into my office and shuts the door because she couldn't see the surprise until it was done.
Yep. And I got love cookies for Christmas, is what I call them.
She sure did.
Excellent.
I did. They made it through the airport and everything. They're on my stove over there. So
Nice.
that was so sweet. That was better than any gift anybody could go out and buy.
That is
Well,
sweet.
Here's a question for everybody. What are Santa's 2 favorite cookies?
Sugar cookies?
Oh,
I would think sugar cookies and probably gingerbread.
Chocolate chip.
ready?
I love-
Yes.
I just love
Homemade
it.
and store bought.
I love
Oh,
sugar
there
cookies. I just love sugar cookies, so that's why I went with that.
There's some people who can bake, and there's some who should just buy some double stuffed Oreos.
There you go. Oh, we got one more. Hey, Shane. Shane's popping in. There we
Hey, how
go.
are you?
Merry Christmas, you bunch of Grinches.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, so
Excuse me, Grinch.
to what Derick was saying, I can cook. Like I can cook. Baking, that's a whole nother issue.
Baking requires following directions. It is more difficult.
Yeah.
You'd be shocked how much I follow directions. Like I follow stuff to a T. Like it's weird. I'm OCD about it, but yes, me and baking. You're just might as well grab a fire extinguisher.
If somebody tells me they don't like baking, we just can't be friends.
He didn't say he didn't like it. He said he couldn't do it. So
I know, man, but just even the thought that there may be somebody out there that doesn't like baking, then they could just. There's another world for those people.
Man, I never thought the person that helped me get my show was going to tell me we can't be friends.
You don't like baking?
No, I love bacon. I don't like baking.
Oh no, I'm talking about bacon. I'm talking about bacon, dude. Like
No.
legit bacon.
I love me some bacon.
We're between the C and a K here.
That was good.
Small misunderstanding.
there you go.
Hey, it's all good. We can still be friends.
Shay's
And
got
this,
food
and
on.
this is how wars are started.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, Derick,
No, I got too much love for that man up there. So
that felt so weird. I'm so used to stroking my beard while I'm on the show. I'm like, this does not feel right. I feel like I'm
That's not
stroking
the
it.
right one.
I feel like I'm petting a long-haired cat, and it's actually shedding just.
hey, here you go,
when
guys.
you start swallowing the fur, you're in trouble.
I'm pretty sure I've already swallowed a few pieces. I'll be fine. It's fine.
You'll
But,
be fine.
As long as you don't start hacking up fur balls.
Yeah.
that'll
It's
be
just
tomorrow.
fiber.
Hey,
Just fiber.
here you guys go with a bunch of cats, guys. So here,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have a lot of kitties.
I'll be at my desk tomorrow and I'll just start hacking up. People are like, what are you doing? Nothing. Furball from the beard last night. And they're gonna be like, what are you talking about?
Well, that could go so many ways.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
that.
If the beard starts to purr, that's when you need to worry.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Well, it
Yeah,
does
'cause
tingle.
Because what is it doing on your face?
Really?
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
Patreon.
Exactly.
I am just gonna plead the fifth on that one, Shane, and we're just gonna leave that.
He's too close to the naughty list. He can't keep talking.
I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I got my little nice certificate from them in Salem. I can't ruin this.
That's Morgan's. That's
Yeah,
not
you
yours.
stole it.
So,
Oh, you
Derek,
see
Candace, let me-
Morgan's nice ticket.
so, Derek, Candace, let me ask you. I know that every time you go and you visit, like say a sick child or something, and you guys are doing your thing, every single one of them is special. Has there ever been one that resonated with you in a way that was just like, this is why we do this? I know every single one of them is that way, but is there ever that one special one for you guys? You don't have to name them by name, just asking.
So many. I mean, we did a group school which has ages 22 to 77, and they all have different issues. Some are in wheelchairs, some are verbal, nonverbal, and
They all have
disabilities. of some
disabilities,
sort.
mental health disabilities, autism, things like that. And they just got 21 to 73, I think it was. And
Wow.
we went to this school and there was 52 of them. And I will tell you, when we left, you wanted to just stay there. We had so much fun, and they were such a good group, and we will never forget any of their faces.
They were probably
Their
so
names.
appreciative.
I think we got more hugs in the shortest amount of time than we've ever had in our lives. It was we really appreciated the staff and the people that put together this Christmas party, because it had never been done there before in many, many years. And it went off perfectly. We had such a good time. And
When you have 51 people singing Jingle Bells with you, and you didn't think they all knew the words that well, and they shocked me, I'm like,
even the ones that weren't really verbal, they were like dancing, and
that is amazing.
it was amazing.
It is.
Sounds beautiful.
That
And
is
that was just a
absolutely
few
awesome.
days ago.
but we've seen kids for 10 years now. We've seen some families only once. And we gave them the special couple hours we could and gave them memories and photos that would last them, right? It's to raise the vibration in people's lives. It makes me feel good.
That's awesome.
And
I mean,
that's
we
how
had
it should
another
be.
snowball fight with a little boy who had
Oh.
cancer the other day.
That was an ambush, though. I get ambushed.
You got ambushed?
He really did.
So last year we saw two girls. One of them just got done chemo.
No.
And while we were in there, they had this little shopping cart full of fake snowballs. And of course, I pick them up and I start hucking them at Mrs. Claus saying, snowball fight. And the little girls picked them up and started pelting me.
Chaos ensued.
To see the joy in this girl's eyes and her parents laughing in joy. And we were at a little boy's house who's getting ready to go down for chemo treatments. And he attacked me from behind and started pelting me with snowballs. So
Again, another snowball fight. And we have two children specifically that we've seen for a little over 10 years, and we've seen them growing up, and to watch them, like, they're both nonverbal, two separate families, both nonverbal, but when they know Santa's there, the laughter and the giggling, and it's just, it's amazing. And we're so blessed and we're gifted to be able to go see them all. It's there's just so many children, so many stories. There's no any of them that we could actually pick to be
That's a great
our
answer.
favorites or the top,
Great answer. Like I said, I know every single one of them is special. I've got to ask, just because this is more of a curiosity question for me. How do you communicate back and forth with a child who's nonverbal? Do you guys do ASL? Like how does that work?
Most of it's all, for me, I'm a physical guy. Most of the time, people are afraid to put a child on my lap. They're concerned of, oh, how are they going to react? I'm like, just put them on my lap; they'll be fine. They snuggle right in, and it's like you're putting off a positive vibration. They're feeling it, and then people are like, well, there's still people in line. Don't worry about how many people are in line. They'll tell you when they're ready. 5-6 minutes, they'll get antsy. Okay, they're ready to go.
Even though they're nonverbal, they see Santa, they hear Santa, most of them, and they're laughing, they're giggling, and they can hear us and we can talk to them. They can't communicate to us sometimes, but just their actions. And some of them do like a little bit of ASL, and we've learned a tiny bit. I'm still learning, but some of them now have the tablets now that they can talk to you through their tablets, which is absolutely incredible. But there's always a way of communicating. There's never like any shut out about the communication, because mostly it's just that love, that connection, that being there is the most important piece.
Right, and let's be honest, Santa, he's a universal figure. There is not, I wouldn't think, a country out there who does not know who Santa Claus is. And so whether or not you're nonverbal, as soon as you see him, you're going to get excited. You're going to get happy. That's the way I would look at it anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Hang on, I got fur stuck on my teeth.
So,
But I am learning ASL, which is
Good.
some
That's
of it's
really
hard to retain, but I'm learning. So we can speak to some of the deaf children.
Interesting. Yes, I tried to learn it one time. Yeah, I can't learn it.
But ASL's not good in the paranormal field. You can never read what they're saying back.
No.
Good point.
And unfortunately, ASL is not universal. What we have for signs here for ASL is totally different, like in England or in anywhere else. And I thought it would be universal across, the world, and it's not. It's like different languages and different dialects.
Yeah.
Right.
The sign language is completely different.
And speaking about not being able to do the ASL with spirits because they can't communicate back and forth, you guys have an event coming up soon. I think it's SK Pierce Mansion on the 20th, correct?
Yes. Saturday night.
Monique Too Soon is hosting, correct? So,
right. And Rob Goutreau will be there as well.
And that's the pet psychic.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I knew the name. I just was trying to place it. So what's going on with that event? Like, I am very intrigued by this. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to make it because, well, it's my family's Christmas party. So, but if that's
He's spending time with family, he can't be that naughty.
No, we're really excited. We've been to the SK Pierce a couple of times. But this will be our first time going as the Paraclauses
To
the SK Pierce. Yeah, our first time to the SK Pierce Paraclauses. So we're excited to see how the spirits interact with us and how they want to celebrate Christmas with us.
Oh, so you guys are going full out.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Well, we got to go dressed. I don't think they want us there not
Yeah,
dressed.
you guys are going to be trigger items like no other.
That's my thought.
Well, that's the interesting part is 2 years ago we went to the Winchendon Historical Society,
the Whitney Murdoch,
at the Whitney Murdoch, and
the Haunted Toy Museum.
We got EVPs, Santa presents. So it's always, I myself personally, when I'm in my uniform, my vibration's higher. Right, just natural because of the joy I bring. So I'm hoping
Right.
that always brings things up when you go into places.
That
You
is
know,
awesome.
whether you're here in this world or you're a spirit, everybody still knows Santa, knows Christmas, the joy.
Right.
Yeah, everyone knows who Santa is, whether or not you're a spirit that can communicate or if you're just a person walking around. Everyone knows who Santa is. So Litriana had a question. She said, have you always wanted to portray Santa and Mama Claus?
Well, I got my start. My dad did it. We found pictures of my grandfather did it, but my dad did it when I was younger. And I used to sit in the car next to him, and he'd drive in his Santa suit and go. And then I get to the point, I would drive him around in his suit. And when I was 18, my dad hurt his back, and he looked at me. He's like, "You got to go do the Cub Scouts. You have to go pretend you're me, wear the suit." And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And for years, I used to rag on him, saying, "Why do you do this? Why do you waste your time? What are you getting out of it?" I put the suit on. I went and did the Cub Scouts. I came home. He's like, "Do you understand now?" I'm like, "Yep." And I haven't looked back.
And you're what, third generation, correct?
Yep.
And
Guys,
then,
and for
Candace,
me-
I think is second generation.
Yes. Well, my mom never like donned the whole suit, but my mom was known like as everybody's Mrs. Claus. She would put together toys and packages and presents, and she would just go around and drop things off at people's doors, and they didn't know it was her. And I mean, all of her friends and different people did know it was her, but the families that she was helping, it was a secret. It was just a secret Claus act. And you know, I'd see her do it, and I'd be with her when she did it. And then it just, Christmas was her time, her favorite time of the year. She went above and beyond for Christmas. It really made her happy. It was the one time that really made her happy. And I always wanted to have that same joy. I wanted to, you know, we didn't come from like a great backgrounds as children. We had a lot of struggles. But when I could see my mom happy, I wanted that same happiness. So when I got older, then I was asked to portray Mrs. Claus. I was like, absolutely. And I was on the fire department, and they wanted me to be on top of the fire truck. And small town, you go around, you'd wave to every house on top of the fire truck, and they would bring me a Santa Claus. Him. My Santa was the Santa they brought me. So we met as Santa and Mrs. Claus, and yeah, this is
That kind of sounds like to me that was just fate. That's meant to be.
and we've been together for 20 years.
That's amazing.
Santa and Mrs. Claus for about 24 years together as a couple for 20 years.
That's amazing, guys.
it is.
That is.
Hey
Also,
guys, Litriana is sick. That's why she's not on with Matt. Matt, thank you for popping in. But she's asking, what should I do if someone feels lonely for Christmas? What do you suggest?
Fine. For me, it's music. Right? Everybody finds that something that changes their feeling to raise a vibration, to change how you feel, change your mood, change your swing. Whether it's going for a walk, I'll never go for a run because I've never seen anybody happy out there running.
You know what you can do if you're lonely at Christmas time? Find somewhere to volunteer. Find somewhere to go and volunteer. Whether you go to a church and volunteer, or you go to a soup kitchen and volunteer, go to a hospital, ask them if you can volunteer. Volunteering is you know, one of the key things to do when you're lonely. But do things that make you happy, like listening to music, you know, watching your favorite movies, things like that. But
us as people, check on your friends,
absolutely,
check on your neighbors, check on your single people. You know, invite them over for dinner.
make sure that they're not lonely.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, Lee. Your
Check
single
on you.
friend.
Check on your battle buddies. All you soldiers, check on your battle buddies.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, no, I'm under the opinion no one deserves to be home alone on a holiday. My
Yeah,
door's
I agree with
always
that.
open. I tell everybody that I know that's single, hey, guess what? I can always get another chair at the table.
I got a Mrs. Claus story, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
Oh,
please.
sure.
So on my second deployment, I was coming home for a leave period. I had 2 weeks leave to come home, and it just so happened it was right at the holidays. And I'd been in country for about 9 months. And so that was 9 months of zero positive human contact. I mean, I did have a couple human contacts, but they weren't in a friendly way. Right. So I get off the airplane in Atlanta, and it was just going to take too long for me to actually fly into Greenville, South Carolina. So my wife met me in Atlanta, and I'm going through, a second round of customs, and, the silliness with TSA when you're carrying weapons, but you have, a file on your tweezers and stuff, fingernail cutters. So I'm getting through all that, and I'm going up the escalator, and there's a group of people there with the USO. And there's a lady dressed as Mrs. Claus. And she saw me coming up the escalator in my uniform, and she just walked over there and said, "Come here, soldier." And she grabbed me and hugged me. And I froze. I lost it. It was the first positive human contact I had in 9 months. And I could never explain that to somebody, that feeling that I had inside. It was just like, oh my gosh, I can let my guard down for a minute. I can enjoy this. There is love in the world, even as an adult, those little moments that you never expect that would ever be there. Somebody playing a role as a kind person and just doing what was right came to a soldier, a crusty old soldier coming off an airplane, and grabbed him and hugged him up and changed his world forever. We'll never be the same.
It's those
One
little
moment of
tiny
kindness.
things
One
that
moment.
matter.
We
Yeah.
have a group. We have a group here in New Hampshire. They're called the Peas Greeters, and they go to the Peas Airport for the soldiers coming off.
Yes.
And
That's
these
awesome.
Peas Greeters will meet them with like little trinkets and bags of candy and hugs and warm wishes and little gifts. And I always think that when the soldiers come home, they hit boots here, they need to be welcomed.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah,
need to know that they're loved.
That lady will forever have a spot in my heart as an angel. I'll never forget her face. I'll never forget that. It was a beautiful moment.
That's
special.
awesome.
That's really special.
That is.
That is awesome.
I mean,
One of the things that we used to do when I had an office prior to the 2020 shutdown, we would open up on Christmas Day to just anybody who wanted to come. You want to bring a dish to pass? Great. You want to exchange gifts? Great. Doors open from like, I don't know, what was it, like noon to 6 p.m. or something. And my husband and I would do a turkey. Other people would bring sides. We would feed anybody who walked in the door. It didn't matter because not everybody has family in the area. Not everybody can get home, or not everyone has a home to go to, so whatever the situation, we didn't care. We didn't care if you had money, if you didn't have money, nothing. It didn't matter. The door was open. Come on in. We'll feed you. We'll sit around. We'll talk, and we will just enjoy each other's company. And we did that for years until, again, 2020. So I think that's one that really was some of my favorite Christmases ever, was just spending time with people from the community I didn't even know.
okay, I put the hat back on, but this beard's got to go.
I had to take my lights off. They were getting a little warm on my neck.
Yeah.
I
And
was
plus,
wondering about that.
and plus, Len's and Derick's beard looks a hell of a lot better than this one does. So
But they don't have the ears.
Mesmerizing.
I still got
I
the
wanna
Every
outfit.
time we talked, it would wave. It was mesmerizing.
I want to follow up on Matt's thing there, because there's a gentleman that comes and visits us every year for Toys for Tots.
Veteran.
He's a Vietnam veteran. And when I first met him 8 years ago, this guy had me in tears.
He grabbed a hold of.
He comes
Santa.
walking up to me, grabbing my both shoulders. He's like, I remember you. Now, this guy's 20, 30 years older than me. And he looks me dead in the eyes. He says, we were in country in Vietnam for 19 days out on patrol. I was called to set up an LZ, and no one told me why. And he's like, I took my crew, I set up an LZ. A Huey came in, and I'm getting the goosebumps right now. He says, you jumped out of a Huey helicopter with 3 beers for each guy, a hot meal, and mail that we didn't get for 2
big
months.
Red sack of mail that we hadn't gotten.
And you want? I get goosebumps every time I see this guy.
Every time we have a Toys for Tots event, the big kickoff with the Marines, he comes, he shows up with a check for a donation. And every time we've known for about 8 years now, every year he'll grab the Marines, he'll grab anybody he can talk to and talk about the time that this Santa jumped off the Huey and made his Christmas bright. And he's in tears as he's saying it, because it's not, oh, this is a Santa, that was a Santa. Doesn't matter. Santa is one person to him, and that's it. And every year he grabs people he can talk to and tells that story. And we're tearing up and he's tearing up. And it's just, that connection is just amazing. And I hope that he continues to visit us for more years to come, because I'm going to cry. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
he's just
crying right now.
amazing.
So.
And I hope he does, because it's that whole aspect right there that keeps the spirit of Christmas alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's these kinds of stories, you know, the amazing things that just people do, people say. Matt's story, I mean, that is an amazing story as well. Me personally, I don't know how I could ever feel happy in the Atlanta airport, but she managed to make you do it.
Yes.
So that alone is impressive. But no, like
The value of humanity, man. The value of humanity.
no, it's amazing, just the effect and, you know, the after effects that you may not even know that you're making on these people as far as a positive impact. It is amazing.
I made a Marine cry one day.
Oh,
And this hits me every time. We were doing a Toys for Tots event, and I can't even call him an elderly gentleman. He's about 65.
65, yeah.
His wife and him were coming in, and the guy sees all the badges in the Marine's chest. Just starts asking him questions. And the Marine couldn't have been about 25 years old. And he starts explaining every badge on his chest and
This
everything
was so patient
that
with
he
this
went
gentleman.
through. The guy's wife goes to me, he's not going to be here next year. This is his last Christmas. I'm just watching this, and I give her a hug, and the Marine's still talking to her. He's just, he's proud of everything he's done. And I pulled the Marine aside and said, you don't know how much you made that guy happy. This is his last year. He's not going to make it another year. And I mean, Marines, most of the Marines I know are solid, rock solid, tough individuals.
oh yeah.
But when I told him that, he just looked at me and he's like, what do you mean? Like, you just changed a guy's outcome for a day of being miserable and feeling that there's nothing left for by you showing compassion to him. I actually had to take the Marine by the shoulders and walk him around the corner of the building.
They walked away, and I'm like, oh, there they go. But it was this Marine. He stopped. He took his time. He answered this gentleman's questions, and he was caring. And even, they shook each other's hands. And, when that gentleman, walked away with his wife, and Derick told this Marine what he just did for that man, it was touching to see the Marine feel that and see the compassion.
That's the whole thing of leaving Toys for Tots. It's
Yeah.
giving without an explanation of nothing in return. That's the whole thing.
Absolutely.
And
That's
how it
so
should
good
be.
that you guys do that too, because I literally live in Beaufort, South Carolina. I am 2 minutes from Paris Island. That's a huge Marine base. So we have a lot of that going on around here too.
And that's the whole thing, is that's how it should be, though. Like, especially during the holidays. The holidays, I don't think a lot of people realize, especially for people who are going through, say, mental health issues or family issues or whatnot, right? Just giving someone 5 minutes of your time could change their whole day. It could change their whole week. And it's the little things, especially during this time of year, because the holidays are the most stressful time of the year. You know, you got Thanksgiving, then you got Christmas, and not to mention the monetary stress of that, because you know, Christmas over the past several years has become all about gifts instead of what Christmas was actually supposed to be about.
Absolutely.
It's become a monetized holiday, unfortunately, and that's not what it should be. It's about spending time with friends. It's about spending time with family. It's about spreading cheer. It's about just getting out there and making sure that everyone feels like they belong.
I wish a lot more people felt that way, though.
Yeah, me too.
Because
Although, you know, it
that's the
doesn't even
bigger
take
issue.
5 minutes. It can just be a sincere compliment to make somebody's whole day.
Yep.
Just smile.
Yeah.
Just smile at someone could change your whole day.
Yes.
It could change your life.
Yeah. And you know, and going on the fact that we were talking about Marines, you know, and other active military people, walking by a veteran sometimes, and I've realized this myself. It was being from just outside of Fort Rucker, Alabama. This is commonplace to me. Apparently, it's not up here in the Northeast. But if I walk by someone and I see them wearing a veteran hat, I always say thank you for your service.
Some people appreciate it, some don't.
Oh
My
no,
dad struggled with being a Vietnam veteran because he never went overseas, but he was the honor guards back here in the States.
Yeah.
So he did all the burial details and stuff like that. So he
Mm.
never thought he was a Vietnam veteran.
Right.
You would never say it.
That's a tremendous service, whether he felt it or not. That's a massive burden to carry.
Yep. And I found when my dad passed, he kept records for every funeral service he ever did. I found a binder with every
Oh,
name
wow.
and every location he ever went to.
But he never talked about it. Never talked about anything. No.
That's wild. So do you think maybe he kept that log as a way of honoring their memory? Perhaps?
Or never
I think
forgetting them.
it's his
Speculation, of
history.
course.
It's his book. It's his path he walked, right?
Right.
Right.
It's his bibliography or whatever you want to call it.
It's his footsteps.
Yep, his footsteps. You know, you think of back then when the Vietnam vets came home, people weren't kind to them at all.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
A lot of Vietnam vets said that I had one come to my school and they clearly said that Vietnam, the war that God forgot about.
Hmm.
That's
It was-
sad.
It was horrible.
And unfortunately, it's even like the young Marines. These kids are young. These kids are 18, 19 years old. Those are the same ages that went to Vietnam. It's just a different generation.
Very true.
Right? I mean, kids.
Yeah, and literally
mean-
that's what they are. They're kids. They're not even old enough to go out to the bar and have a drink.
Right. But they can go and give
Die
their
for their
lives
country.
for our country.
Yeah, I don't agree with that whatsoever, but that's my standpoint. But we're gonna move on from that.
Yeah, let's do some
aspect.
cheery stuff.
There's some
How can
cheery
people
stuff here.
reach out
This is
to you
cheery
guys?
stuff.
And
Sorry.
help
So-
about Christmas.
I gotta ask you, Santa and Mrs. Claus, you guys go around and do all these things. Have the children ever given you a gift that has just made you, besides their smiles, besides their interactions, like has anyone ever given you a gift that you're just like, oh, I love this?
As we're both looking around, so children make us gifts. They make us wooden things. They make us ornaments. They make us pictures. Every gift that a child has given us is hung up on our tree or hung
That
up
is
off
awesome.
of shelves around our house. Every card, letter that a child has ever given us, we have totes upon totes of them.
That is
But
amazing.
nothing ever gets thrown away, and every ornament, everything that a child makes us is hung up around our house.
That is awesome. So
Write their
is
name
that,
and put it in on it.
is that like a commonplace thing that when you guys go to do these things that the children give you gifts?
All over the places. Some places we do. And yesterday was an interesting one because one of the girls we see, her and her mom, put together a photo album of a lot of pictures and things we've done in the past, events, not only with her but with other places. And there's
a huge photo album with hundreds of pictures of our lives as Santa and Mrs. Claus.
That is so cool.
Anything that has been on Facebook, she went through all the years of our Facebooks and took all the pictures. But what they said was, because there's a picture, then there's an open space, and a picture, an open space, and like plenty open space. And she goes, the open spaces are because we know that you can't post most of your visits. We know that you can't post most of the children that you see. Well, we kids up because foster, adoption, or the children's illnesses. People don't see most of our visits. She goes, so these open spaces throughout the book are for you to put the pictures that you have that are not able to be out there in public.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Yes, that is a great gift.
So when this 10-year-old little girl gave me this book.
Well, no. She gave her a box of tissues first.
She gave me a box
and said, you might need these because you're going to cry.
10 years old. Yes. And I cried. It was amazing. It was amazing to look through. But when they told me they left the open spaces throughout the book for us to put the children in that we cannot post, was just, they were thinking about those families and wanting all of our memories in that book.
You know what? And I've got to give it to that 10-year-old because that's not a thought a normal 10-year-old would have.
No.
And I thought the mother did it, and the mother said no. The daughter thought of it so that we could keep all our memories.
Hey guys, I've got to go. I've got some things to do for my wife, but God bless you all, and thank you so much for having us on. Okay.
Hey, thanks for stopping in, brother.
All right, guys. You guys take care. Okay.
Yes, sir. You have a good
See you
night.
next time.
All right. Bye, guys.
Christina also
I
had to
don't know
go.
how
She
we
sent a
keep talking
message.
I don't know how we keep getting into teary-eyed things. Back to Christmas
Because it's a
cheer.
Christmas episode. That's the whole. It's the holiday season. People get emotional.
Yeah.
But the only thing I do not like about the holiday season is I hate snow. I
Blame that one on me. I have to move it just like everybody else has to.
I know I'm not blaming that one on you. I'm not blaming that one on you at all. But no. Otherwise than that, like Christmas trees. I love Christmas trees. Christmas trees are beautiful. Just I had a lot of difficult Christmases in my childhood, so it's not really my time of year. But I also understand, the fact that Christmas is not about the difficulties that you go through. It's about the people who are there that can help you through the difficulties, as well as the time that you take to ensure that every person that you meet feels like they are at least a little bit special because it can make their day.
Yeah.
And
Everyone was special.
And
Yes.
I have got to tell you guys, like, I really do. I love every single thing that you guys do, from the paranormal to your Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Technically Santa and Mrs. Claus. I don't know why I keep saying Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Same thing, right? But
Don't tell my girlfriend.
I will not tell her, I promise. But no, I mean, I love every single thing that you guys do. When we investigated the New England College here, um, we go outside after the event, and like almost first thing, Derick's like, "Does anyone feel like they need spiritual cleansing?" Or it might have been Candace. I'm not sure which one of you said it, but he had this little portable kit. That thing was amazing. That thing is awesome. I need to get me one of them.
We'll get
I'm
you
just
one.
I'm just telling you, I need to get me one of them. But no, like these are such amazing people, and they are not recognized enough for what they do. Not just in the paranormal community, but in the community as a whole, with all of the charity work that they do,
Mm-hmm.
the way that they go around dressed up in, as Mr. and Mrs. Claus, and the stuff that you guys do, it is fantastic. And let me tell you, from the bottom of my heart, I love you guys. Like, you are two of probably my favorite, most genuine people that I have met in person.
We
Thank you.
appreciate that, but you know what? We're not looking for the recognition. It's not who we are.
That's
Oh,
what
I
makes
know
it
that.
even better.
I know that.
We want to be under the radar and just boosting spirits and being there for people who we stumble across. It's an amazing feat, and I told my wife this way back when she decided to get on the sleigh with me. Things happen for a reason, and she didn't understand it for the first couple of years, but she's understanding it.
Yeah.
And when I say things happen for a reason, we'll be supposed to go see a family and they'll cancel, and then something more dramatic or more required for us to focus on will make contact with us.
That recently happened.
They'll be asking for help, and it just coincides it's with someone that just canceled.
We'll get a cancellation, and all of a sudden I get a call, and they're like, "We need you," and I'm like, "That time's open now. Let's go." And
Synchronicities.
God
Synchronicities.
has a way of making things happen. We get the synchronicities, but it's great. So tonight when we came home, somebody put this huge,
I saw that post.
the thing's as big as me.
That thing is huge. Okay, he's a lot smaller in the photograph.
Oh, he's not. He's as big as I am.
So nothing.
So he was on our deck, and I'm like, no, nothing. Don't know where it came from. The only thing I was worried about, he was face down. So I'm like, is that a threat? I'm like, he was on his face. I'm like, but it was really windy, so nobody's fessed up to it yet.
You put a Santa in the bed. Is that like a horse head? I don't know.
Let's be honest. No one will probably fess up to it. They just probably knew it was going to make your day.
It was great. Like, it's huge.
So, as you guys know, we're nearing the end of my show.
Yep.
I typically end my podcast off with 3 questions, but this time I'm going to modify them because, well, this is a special episode. So, question number 1. We all know that Santa has a naughty and nice list. What is the number 1 thing that will get you on the naughty list?
You're thinking I'm only have 2 lists?
Uh-oh.
You might have more. You might have that mediocre list. Or the
Naughty list?
The I
Good list.
tried.
Could it be a naughty list? There's another one. Why don't say that one? just being a horrible person.
Fair.
There's no reason to prejudge or treat people like they're less than human.
Fair. Outside, so question number 2, and this is a question for both of you. Outside of cookies, what is your favorite Christmas treat?
Sleep. I may own a list, but she owns a schedule.
Sleep, I love it.
Spending time with family.
Yeah.
Love
Eating
it.
a good meal that I cook.
Yep. He cooks.
Love it.
I clean.
And question number 3, and this is going to be more of a metaphorical question. So throughout your time of doing this, Santa, and traveling around, you know, the old nursery rhyme says that not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Throughout your travels, have you seen a mouse?
Of course, we've seen mice. There's one that rides in the sleigh with me. His name is Chris Mouse. He eats all the cookies that the crumbles as it goes down my.
I will say that we have visited some homes and places that have been
Rough.
rough. That have been really rough. We through our years we've helped different organizations, and we've gone and helped deliver the presents as Mr. and as Santa and Mrs. Claus, and we've seen mice going down the hallways of some of these apartment buildings. We have seen some things, and
It happens.
it happens. They're
It
real. That happens. Yeah.
No, like I said, that was more of a metaphorical question, but I do love the literal answer because I am a literal kind of guy. So
Yeah, he is.
if anyone appreciates that, I do. But let me tell you guys, thank you so much.
Well, we
coming
want to
on.
know what everybody's favorite Christmas.
Oh,
What
I
is your
love this.
favorite part of Christmas? You keep
Gwen,
asking
you
us
first.
questions. We want to ask you.
Okay.
Gwen, you first.
All right. Tell me again, because I was
What
doing.
is
I
your
was,
favorite thing at Christmas?
I love the lights.
The lights.
And like going with friends. Well, it's friends. It's getting together and spending time. But I love to go looking at lights with friends. And that I think that's my favorite thing.
All right, Sean, you're up.
I would say seeing a young child get a gift that they really, really liked, and one really bad, and it happened to be there for Christmas morning.
I like it. Len?
I like spending time because it's just two of us, and we keep each other from being lonely. I married my best friend. People who know me know
Amen.
that's true.
That's great.
And we put up, even though we have no company, we have never even entertained a mouse for Christmas. Just two of us. But the decorations we put up inside, the villages, the angels, a couple of Santa Clauses sitting around. I have a 5-foot by 22, 23-inch mantle. And it is covered. And what my wife started collecting was the Nutcracker soldiers.
Oh, yeah.
My mother collects those.
I've got trees, a small village. A lot of the houses have the little nutcrackers painted on them. I got another village we've added to some stuff she had before we were married. We just passed our 24th anniversary.
Congratulations.
We're talking about some older stuff that I've added to and added to and added to, where again, we've got this about 4.5-foot table by about 2 feet wide covered in Christmas Village. Plus another shelf, another part of the house. We have a sleigh with Santa in the back of it, a bag, and 9 reindeer. The front one a little bit smaller than the rest with a red nose. And
I know him.
It takes up about this. And you can see how this is compared to my head. It's actually about this long. The deer
glad you
are
still
about
do
this tall with
size.
the antlers.
That's cool.
I'm
pretty
glad
The
decent
sleigh is
size.
this long. And that's one thing we enjoy. We enjoy putting them up, and we enjoy looking at them and just relaxing. Because we're home. We have nowhere to go. I mean, my parents both died in the 90s. Her parents died just before we came down here. Our mother about a year, and her father just before we came down here to Arkansas. I mean, that's been 10 years this month. So her dad was the last one to go, and that's been over 10 years now. So we've got nobody. Her brother lives in Chicago. He has no family. My sister lives in Fort Mitchell, Alabama, which is just outside Phoenix City.
Oh yeah.
Right off Chattahoochee River. So, and her and I have not gotten along ever. So,
Family.
no contact with her. We have no contact with family. She has a
But
lady,
you have each other. You have each
another,
other.
an older lady that makes a little handmade gift for us every year and sends it to us in a Christmas card. And this older lady, and remember, I'm 69 years old. So when I say older, we're talking about a person in their mid 70s now. But she takes her precious time and makes handmade ornament for us every year. And we put it on the tree every year. We
Love
have
it.
two small trees. One are general ornaments and one is dated ornaments. We buy ourselves one every year, and this lady sends her another dated ornament every year. And we have, for every year we've been married, we've got a small handmade gift on the tree. And that's what we do. And that's what makes me feel good. It's what makes my wife feel good.
Like it. I
My
like
heart.
it.
I like
I
that.
like it.
My heart.
That's beautiful.
I
All right,
assume
Nate.
I assume I have to answer this question as well.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh man, y'all are rough. Y'all are rough, tough crowd. No, for me, like, like I said, I'm not really like a touchy feely guy. So I'm a little bit rough around the edges, I guess you could say. But I guess for me, I've got two things. One, I love the 10 days I get off work. First and foremost. Look, I love my sleep, okay? So this is like tantamount to like that is hitting the lottery for me. But number two, I really just enjoy, watching my son's face light up when he opens up his gifts. That is for me, he's got a big one in there that I don't know how in the hell I'm gonna wrap yet, to be honest. But he asked for it like about a year ago, and I wasn't able to afford it, but I could get it for him this year. So
Good.
he's gonna love it. But yeah, for me, it's watching my son open up his presents and the time I get off of work. I love my family to death, but I see them every day, so I can't include spending time with them because I do that every day.
I worked the whole 3 days in December, and I'm on vacation for the rest of the year. But someone's got me twice as booked.
But how do I get that job? How do I get that job where I can just work 3 days and be good?
I got all my vacation. I use my vacation.
Yeah, but
Oh,
he gets out and does things for people, and
True,
so he's working that way too.
Yeah.
But he enjoys that more, I'm sure. You look
That's
like
fair. That's fair.
So,
But,
guys, I have a question real quick. Nate, just let me talk just a minute, man. Just a minute.
You can have
I'm
as much
just-
time as you want. You're the
I know.
co-host. You just never speak up.
But you know what? I'm actually just enjoying this because I love Candace and Derick, or Mr. and Mrs. Claus, excuse me. How do people reach out to you or reach out and help if they can donate anything or do what? How do
Great
they do
question.
that?
Great question.
How do they do that?
What we usually do is we don't take anything. We say, go to your local food bank, go to your local, and give there. Right?
Salvation Army.
Do where it's local for you, because you know the people. You may know the people that's your next door neighbor who needs it more than you even think.
Yeah, you may not even know it.
Correct.
Yeah, that's
Help
true.
local.
Some people, yeah.
We always have people that want to send us checks and send us money and send us all this stuff. And we say, we would like you to keep it local to you.
Right.
And so we tell people, find your nearest Salvation Army,
A food
find
bank.
your food bank, call up there's always like the Marines. But if you call up your Salvation Army, they'll give you the local organizations that could need your help.
Okay.
Love it. Great answer.
And
But if anybody wants to find us, you can reach us either on Santa Derick on Facebook or Mrs. Candy Claus on Facebook.
I love that.
I love it. I love
We're
it.
eventually going to put together a Paraclaus page, but
You
Just haven't gotten
should.
there yet.
You definitely should, and let me design the graphic for you.
Yeah, he's good at that. He really is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I would
By the
definitely.
way, there's one thing I do. You see this shirt I've got on?
Yep.
The
Yeah,
cool
I love
bear.
that.
I do like that
Uh,
shirt.
I go to town during this time of year. I let my beard grow out, starting in about September after Labor Day.
I call it laziness. I don't call it growing out anymore.
But I let it grow out, and then I go to town once a week or so, put the hat on, and all I do is wish people Merry Christmas. I don't have to do the ho ho ho. I don't have to sit there. I'm just walking and doing my shopping. I'm at the Piggly
Yep.
Wiggly. I'm in the Dollar General. I live in a small town, by the way, of 2,200 people.
Dear Lord, you said Piggly Wiggly. It's been a while since I've been to a pig in the wig.
Mm-hmm. Piggly Wiggly. And
You're lucky I've traveled, or I'd have to ask about that.
You know what's
but-
odd? Their home office is in Connecticut, but there's none up here.
wow.
You know what's odd also? They have more in Wisconsin and all that than I do here in South Carolina.
Really?
Yes.
Now in Columbus, Georgia, Piggly Wiggly runs Columbus, Georgia, as far as
Literally.
groceries go.
Yeah.
Literally.
Mostly because they're owned by the mob, the Alabama mob.
Well, there's that.
But to see the kids' eyes light up when I'm walking down an aisle and some
Yep.
kids sit there, they'll just look at me, their mouth will go open, and I say, Merry Christmas. And the kids
Bring a
go,
smile.
huh? What? I've had older people,
Sweet.
I'm just walking by, they'll roll their window down and say hello to me.
Yep.
And I just say, are you having a good day? You ready for Christmas? Oh, I got to get ready. I got this and that I got to do. I said, well, you have the very best of Christmases. And I've made their day. And I don't
It
even
doesn't
know-
take much, does it?
That's
No,
great.
it just takes a little bit. And I have so much fun. And Gail has a little bit of fun watching because she gets to watch the whole thing. And it's just amazing what you can do wearing a red shirt. So if it's cold, I wear a red flannel shirt.
Yep.
And a Santa hat. It's just amazing the smiles of everybody. Bless you.
Sorry.
Bless you.
For the record, that's a first. That is the first time I have ever sneezed on a podcast.
I sneeze every
Sorry.
once in a while, but mainly because it's so dry down here. We finally got a little bit of rain today, but we still don't have a whole lot of humidity in the house. That's why I sound a little funny. Because my head is irritated because of all the dry air.
Fair.
Try
I just
going
assumed it
into
was your
different
accent.
houses like that.
Yeah.
And by the way, Santa, you're going to have wheels on the sleigh here in Arkansas because it looks like we're going to have a high in the mid 60s. We
Oh,
could
no.
down here maybe approach 70 degrees Christmas Day.
Where am I?
You're going to be where it's going to be in the teens.
Yeah,
Yep.
unfortunately, I know. Unfortunately. But everybody, we've held you up for 15 minutes over my typical perfect 60
Oh
minutes.
wow, he is so.
I am. I can't help
That's
it.
because I'm here. You can ask Gwen. My shows always run over.
I'll be sitting there going, Lee, you about done?
I am like a time Nazi. If I go
Yes.
5 minutes over, I typically get upset at myself.
Well, if
So-
you watch the shows about 15 minutes before the show's over, I start doing this. And he
Mhm.
never catches it. Never catches it.
Oh, but you don't have to do that with me.
I
For
do.
the-
I do.
For,
Anyway.
for those
But-
that don't know, I'm from Georgia. And if you've ever met somebody from Georgia, we're all very long-winded.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We all love to hear
Oh, yes.
ourselves talk.
But everybody, I want to thank everybody who's not here right now, plus Sean and Len. Everybody who joined in on the show tonight, plus you two, because you guys are still here. We greatly appreciate you coming in for this first ever Paranormal Unveiled podcast extravaganza. I had fun, besides swallowing a bunch of fur from the beard that had the bells.
Wait till you pass it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So before I go to Wisconsin in June, I'm actually not going to shave my beard for like 2 months. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that grows out.
Oh, you're not
But,
growing it out now?
No, because as soon as it hits my lip, I want to trim it. That is I know I have to trim it. If it hits my lip, I trim. But I'm going to try my best for the next 2 months before the event is just to grow it out and see exactly what happens, because I don't think I've seen more than 4 weeks of growth. So I don't know exactly how this is going to look. But let me tell you, Santa, Mrs. Claus, I prefer to call you guys Derick and Candace. I love you guys to death. And I appreciate you guys. And thank you so much for coming on the show. I know we ran about 17 minutes over, actually 17 minutes, 32 seconds. But I
35, 37.
but no, I really do. Like, I love you guys to death. You are two of the most genuine people I've ever met.
Yes.
Thank
And
you
I am
guys.
so
Yeah.
happy.
Thank you.
I am so happy that Morgan introduced us. I really
Thank
am.
you, Morgan.
And if you guys wouldn't mind, you know the drill. If you wouldn't mind just hanging out in the background, I promise I will not keep you more than 3 minutes. And then we're in the show.
Yep. I'm going to pop you guys off, okay? Lynn, thank you and Sean for popping
Len,
in, and everybody else.
Sean,
Merry Christmas,
Anybody else?
everybody.
Merry Christmas. We'll talk to you next week.
sounds good. So Gwen, I feel like we had a pretty good turnout there.
I know. Well, I will tell you, Raven is back in the hospital. Chris, I'm not sure. I know he wanted to come in. He may have gotten the time a little messed up. He is our basically newest person. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna check and make sure everything's good, because I know Raven wanted to come in. Litriana's also sick, and Chris O'Toole was also sick.
I know Chris O'Toole was sick. I thought Jeremy Cotter said he wanted to join in too.
I did too, and I'm gonna have to check on. I'm you know what? I'm just doing a check on all my people.
That sounds fair.
I try to do it. I try to do it anyway, but I definitely am. But everybody that tuned in, everybody that showed up, everybody that couldn't show up, we're thinking about you and we love you, and I love my little family here. So
yeah,
and Nate, thanks for doing this. Yeah.
And I feel like we had a really good turnout. I mean, we had some really high points where we were laughing. We had a few low points where some tears were drawn. But you know what? That is the whole point of the spirit of Christmas.
That's exactly right.
I feel like this show hit the nail on the head for what I wanted to do as far as this show went. So I'm excited. I feel like it was great. We had great conversation. It was and like Derick and Candace.
I love them. I love them. I do.
They like I said, and I wasn't lying to people when I tell them that they are two of the most genuine people I've ever met.
They really are. And even in Salem, they were giving out little they were giving out, I can't remember what it was, but they were giving out little Jesuses, I think. Little.
Oh yeah. So I was given my nice list pass, which for the record, yes, I'm on the nice list. Questionably on the nice list, but I'm there. But I am on the nice list, but I was still told I needed a little Jesus, so I did get a little Jesus.
There you go. That's what it was. So,
but next Wednesday, we're doing a pre-record. The next 2 weeks will be a pre-recorded show, guys. I am not doing a live for the next 2 weeks. I'm giving Gwen a break for the holidays. Myself, I'm taking a break for the holidays. Plus, I'm not going to do a live show on Christmas Eve, nor am I doing a live show on New Year's Eve, because that's not fair to anybody watching or the people that want to celebrate those holidays. So, next week, we have, if all goes well, one of my favorite people in the world, Mr. Haunted, Jimmy Pettitino.
Yes.
Coming on the show. Awesome. And that's going to be a great show. Be sure to bring a tinfoil hat, because this dude is amazing. Have you never seen the pictures of him wearing the tinfoil hats?
Yeah, you know what? I watch him religiously on TikTok because I think he is awesome. And, when we met, he was just so fun. So who's the next guest? Also, Jimmy is great.
So we got Jimmy Pettitino is going to be a pre-recorded coming out on Christmas Eve. And then on New Year's Eve, we're going to have author Sam Baltrusis.
Yes. Awesome.
So it's going to be a great next 2 weeks, guys. And I will see you guys live after the New Year's holiday. And so I can't say I'll see you next Wednesday, same spooky time, same spooky channel, because I won't be here live, but you can still come and see me next Wednesday on the same spooky time, same spooky channel, because I'll be here, just I won't be here in person. But thank you guys for joining in. Great show, and I'll see y'all next week.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa. There's all different kinds of things. I'm just gonna say happy holidays.
There you go. Have a good night.